So today we are going to be test driving the 2022 Outback Wilderness Edition. I've made a couple videos on this so far, but this is going to be a little bit different because we're going to do a point of view style video with my GoPro today. If you guys are new to my channel and you enjoy Subaru related videos, then please be sure to click the subscribe button down below. And also, if you get value out of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you smash the like button. That'd really help me out. And without further ado, let's jump into the car. So today we are using my GoPro so I can keep both hands safely on the wheel and not have to hold the camera. And what is also cool about that is normally I wouldn't be able to show you guys some of the buttons and controls while driving the car, and I'll be able to do that because I don't have my hands holding a camera. I can do that all safely like you normally would while you're just driving the car regularly. So one of the first things I want to show you guys is this keyless access key fob. And if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I'll just show you briefly how this works. But if you want a more in-depth video, you can click on the YouTube card above to the right, and that'll take you to one of my previous videos where I talk specifically about this in depth. But what's nice about it is you can have your keys in your pocket. You just walk up to the car, reach for the handle, it'll automatically unlock. As long as the key fob is nearby, that proximity sensor will communicate with that and unlock it. You can also lock the car by putting your finger right there on those little lines, and that'll lock the car without having to have your keys out of your pocket. So go ahead and hop in here. Got your power adjustable seats right here and lumbar support. So you want to get that in a nice comfortable position. And it is push to start, so you just put your foot on the brake and you click this push to start button. We'll go ahead and fire it up. And one thing that is nice with all new Subarus is the ability to connect your phone to the USB cable down here, plug it in, and you can use CarPlay. So what's nice about CarPlay, this car in particular has the TomTom navigation, but maybe you don't like TomTom navigation and you're used to the one on your phone. Just click right there. Go to you can have Google Maps displayed here, or Waze, or even Apple Maps, or whatever navigation system you like. You can listen to your music. There's a ton of different things you can do in here. Multiple different apps with the CarPlay system. One thing that's nice with the Wilderness Edition is that you do have a front-facing camera button right here, and you can click that and see out in front of the car. So if you are climbing a hill or a narrow road and you can't really see around the corners, you can use that. But for more daily uses, also just simply at the grocery store, if you're trying to get out of your parking spot, you can't see around the corner, you've got that visibility up front. So go ahead and put it in drive. Turning radius on this is very good, just like all other Subarus. Gonna put it back in park real quick because I want to show you guys there's a feature over here. If we click on the car icon called auto vehicle hold, I get questions about this all the time. I'm going to turn that on. You'll see it lights up green over here that says AVH, and what this will do is it will allow me to be at a complete stop. You see the little circle icon lights up, holds the vehicle in place there for you. So if you're at a long light waiting for a train to pass or something like that, you can let your foot off the brake without it cramping up, and when you want to proceed or the light turns green, you just give it gas and go, and that little circle icon will disappear until you get to another complete stop. So I'll show you guys how that works here again in just a second. So we're coming to a complete stop. You see the lights up there. And whenever I'm ready to go, you just take off, just give it gas, and you're ready to go. So you hear that beeping, that is the lane departure warning. That can of course be turned off, but it just identifies whenever you're getting too close to the lines and the edge of the road. There's also a lane centering function, which will actually use the power steering to guide you gently back and forth, keeping you in the center of your lane. I'll show you how that works in a minute once we get out on the highway, because that also works in combination with your adaptive cruise control. So I'll set the cruise control here in just a minute. I'll kind of tell you about how that works while we're waiting at this light. So again, what's nice is while we're at this light, I don't have to have my foot on the brake the whole time because of that auto vehicle hold. You can see it's on when that circle icon is lit up green. So with all new Subarus, you have these eyesight cameras up here, which can detect objects and vehicles in front of you. And that helps with the pre-collision warning, the automatic braking. I've talked about it in a lot of my different videos. I even made a more in-depth video. You can click on the YouTube card above if you want to see that. But basically, you've got cruise control, just like you would in any other car, but it is adaptive. So you've got the adaptive cruise control. This is the button to turn it on, to set your speed. You click down. You can adjust your speed up or down once it is set. And then say, for example, if you've got a car in front of you that starts slowing down, your car will automatically detect that and slow down as well. So you're not constantly having to slam on your brakes and readjust your cruise. So, and then once that car in front of you moves out of the way, the cruise control will speed back up to the original speed that you set. So we'll go ahead and try it out here. We'll set our cruise control at 40, I should set it at 45. That's what the speed limit is. And so now it's set, and it's lit up green, showing that it's active. And it's just pacing behind this car in front of me. You can see that we're only going 42 miles an hour because the car in front of me is slowing down because there's a red light right here. So this is automatically slowing down for me and coming to a complete stop. And once the traffic proceeds, the car will automatically take off again. So right now the vehicle is just holding in place. And what's nice is you see these 4 lines in front of the vehicle. You have the ability to adjust the distance between you and the car in front of you. So right now it's set at 4 lines, which is the furthest distance that it's going to adjust speed. But if you wanted to decrease the distance between you and the car in front of you, as in you want to get closer, you would just go down to 1 line. It's telling me that the car in front of me has proceeded. Now, since we waited there for a while, it still holds the car, but it will not proceed automatically. So I'm going to set this back at 4 lines to allow it to adjust at the furthest distance. We have our cruise control set at 45 miles an hour, which is the current speed limit, but we're only going 36 because the traffic in front of us is only going 36. What's also nice is this lane centering feature, which is the button right here. You click it, it'll say ready. You'll see the white lines light up on the edge of the screen there, and that's looking for the lines on the left and the right side of the road. Use the power steering to actually gently guide you back and forth. Now, some people don't like this feature because they feel like the steering wheel is tugging in the direction that they don't want to go. So you don't necessarily have to use it, but it is there to help avoid a collision, maybe head on, from crossing the lines accidentally. And if you do use the lane centering and you need to merge into a different lane, you just put your blinker on and it will automatically shut that feature off. Or if you just simply click this button, it turns it off. So that's just something nice to use to help keep you in your lane and avoid a collision. It does take some getting used to use the adaptive cruise and the lane centering feature. And maybe if you want to still use the traditional cruise control, you can just click on this up arrow, click and hold it, and you'll hear it beep and you'll see a different icon. This is just regular cruise control. So that's how you can just use cruise control, and you don't have to use the adaptive technology if you don't want to. But I will tell you, the adaptive cruise is great, and it can help you prevent a collision. Obviously, it's one of the reasons why Subaru has been rated so high among safety ratings. And it also has been around for a long time. It's not something that Subaru just created. They've had it, I believe, on the Outback as early as 2013, and only more recently, in recent years, has it become a standard on all cars, all Subarus. So it doesn't matter what trim level it is a standard to have the eyesight technology, the automatic braking and pre-collision warning and adaptive cruise on your car. One thing that I really love about the Subaru Outback specifically is the ride quality. Not only just the feel for the suspension, but also the road noise. There's a lot less road noise than what your previous cars have, and even among the other Subaru models. I think the Outback is one of the quietest in terms of exterior noise. So the insulation is very good. Of course, the suspension is really nice, so you don't have a lot of noise from bumps and things like that in the road. This car has some really nice acceleration. As I mentioned before, this is the 2.4 liter turbo, and it has a lot of torque at lower speeds, just simply because it is that 2.4 turbo, but also because it is geared a little bit differently than even the other 2.4 turbos that are offered right now in the Outback. So you see the Outback XT and the Onyx XT. Those have the 2.4, but they're not geared the exact same. The Wilderness is a little bit different and therefore performs a little bit different in driving. But it's a very comfortable ride, even with this small lift that they have on the Wilderness Edition. It's only 3/4 of an inch. And this has the 17-inch wheels versus the 18 that you see on the other XT models, or the other models I should say, with the 2.4 turbo. So this is the first point of view video I've done. If you guys like it, let me know down in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more point of view videos, I'd like to hear your all's feedback. I've seen some point of view videos where they just do driving, they don't do any talking. I guess that could be fun. Some people might enjoy that. So if you guys would like to see something like that, where we're just driving, no talking, just more of like an ASMR type effect, I'd be happy to do that as well. But I know that a lot of people ask questions about these cars, and sometimes they like to see things while they're driving, but also hear somebody explain what they're seeing at the time that you're driving and working through these features. So anyways, just let me know your all's feedback down below, what kind of videos you would like to see. So we haven't talked about it yet in this video, but this Subaru has the blind spot indicators. I don't know how well you can see it in this frame right now, but it does light up orange on the mirror caps, both on the left and the right side of the car, whenever you have somebody in the left lane or the right lane. So you see how it's lit up orange right now. It's because there's a car coming up on my left right there that was in my blind spot, coming up kind of fast where I couldn't see them. And they used to have the blind spot out near the edge. You probably can't see it right now, but there's a little Subaru logo at the edge, actually on the mirror, and that's what used to light up orange. But as you can imagine, that's a reflective surface in the mirror, and this over here is just a black finish that lights up bright orange like that whenever you have somebody on either side of you. This car has really great passing power with that turbo engine. There's definitely no lag there. So while that torque and that extra power is great, it does give you some more towing capacity as well. It is important to note that your 2.4 turbo Subarus get a little bit less fuel economy than your 2.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engines. So it is, you know, it is different and something that you want to consider. But I think it is well worth the sacrifice and MPG to get a little bit of a nicer car and more souped up engine. But obviously that's everybody's own personal preference, and that's why they make different options and different models for everybody. So we are almost back here at the dealership. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you enjoy videos like this, and I will see you guys in the next one.